Hi there, Lloyd Machedo. Speaking to you from LloydMachedo.com. Who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Well, finally, the Conor McGregor and the Khabib Nurmagomedov, I got that name right. The press conference was finally held, and we saw the drama. I watched it in at around, I think, Thailand time, at around 4 o'clock or 5 in the morning, but I decided I would not put my thoughts immediately. I would just study the video again and again until I got my observations, and I wrote it down on this nice Google Doc. So I'll share it with you. Now, give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, whether you think I'm wrong, whether you think I'm right, because this is what I observed. Okay. So first and foremost it's UFC 229 is when these two guys are going to fight. It's going to take place after 15 days, 16 hours, 35 minutes as of now. What UFC is trying to do is promote this as the biggest rivalry, because end of the day, UFC is a business. They need to make money, so they're hyping up the fight. They're showing you Conor McGregor throwing the dolly. And Conor McGregor is also a businessman. He knows the more he hypes up a fight, the more money he makes. And that's how it works. So, Conor's a smart guy. UFC is a smart business company. And Dana White is also a very intelligent man. So they have capitalized on this incident and they have blown it out of proportions. I'm sure they must have had a legal team study the ramifications of, constantly bombarding this particular video segment where he throws the dolly. And Khabib saying in a really cold-blooded manner, give me location, just give me location. I mean, you should see his eyes sunken in and he looks like a skull, like a zombie who is actually asking because he wants to kill someone. So now let's go through the press conference. Now, Conor McGregor came out with a purple suit, and surprise, surprise, he came out with his Irish whiskey, and that is proper 12, proper number 12, yeah. I don't drink whiskey, so I wouldn't know. And he really milked it for all it was worth. It looked like his entire objective was to promote this whiskey. And he's a businessman. End of the day, he's a businessman. He is capitalizing on areas and avenues where he can make money. Okay, so Conor McGregor came with his whiskey and he made sure that everyone saw the whiskey. The whiskey was placed in such a manner that it was right in the center so people could see it. The belts were placed at the side. And Conor, as usual, tried to be as brash and loud as possible. The only thing that was missing was the fans. There were no fans, so you could not feel the energy. The energy was really lacking. It was like as if they were actually arguing in a soundproof room. So it was totally dull and dead. And I think the UFC did that because they didn't want a riot on their hands. Because as it is, Conor McGregor's this problem blew out of proportion. And you can't control the crowd, especially if a boisterous Russian crowd and a boisterous Irish crowd, they both get at it, then it's a disaster. Then you'll end up with lawsuits and all that problem. So they decided to keep this a very low key with only media people. Now, obviously, Conor was trying to be brash, trying to bring out the energy. Khabib, on the other hand, just wore a black track pant and track shirt. Initially, he was very cool, calm, and composed. He was just smiling. He was totally ignoring. And Conor was constantly trying to prod him to get a reaction. Eventually, Conor managed to make Khabib talk. And that is where Khabib, even though he was just smiling, giving a small one-worded answer like, I will smash him and I will, beat him and I'll maul him. Conor kept talking. Conor didn't stop. And he berated this guy. He literally ragged this guy with his verbal MMA that he gave him, making fun of him. And then Conor, when he realized that this was not working, he started doing different strategies. He just like plan A, plan B, plan C. He started insulting him in terms of his accent. He started bringing out the political climate in Russia. He brought about, Khabib accepting, money to build his gym. Then it clearly showed that Conor did his homework. He might have had employed detectives or people to do research on every possible area that he could destroy Khabib's reputation or make him lose his cool. Now, Khabib did lose his cool, but he kept quiet. You could literally see it in Khabib's face. I want you to see the video, the conference. Initially, he was smiley and he was happy. Later on, his face changed because it is like he was boiling inside. And where Khabib took the bait was where he tried explaining, sounding logical, that, okay, hey man, I send you the text, on Twitter. And then Conor just disregarded everything that he said, even though he knew that what he was saying was right. And he said, shut the fuck up. And, and he started, yeah, this childish manner of making fun of someone's accent. Oh, shit in the bus, I shit in the bus. And, yeah, so Conor was really trying hard. Okay. Oh, yes. And let's not forget, Conor really milked the conference for all it was worth. And he spoke about his Irish whiskey and he started promoting this. And Dana White knew what he was doing, but he just started laughing it off because he knew, end of the day, this is his superstar. This is his goose that lays golden eggs. Might as well allow him to milk it for all it's worth. And then to everyone's surprise, it was also announced that Proper 12 is the main sponsor. So that was another big surprise. That is why he allowed him. And he asked for a plastic glass. I think they didn't allow glass for security purposes. And you had a member of the press, I think that was from MMA Fighting. He gave him a couple of plastic glasses so that he could drink whiskey. And he kept drinking it, obviously to advertise and show. And then he gave Dana. There was this moment in the conference where he started moving this whiskey. He was offering Khabib the glass of whiskey. I really thought he would throw the whiskey on his face. And you could see Dana White put his glass down and he pushed him back. Now, I was really waiting when he would do that. But then I realized, Khabib being a Muslim, if he would do that, that would cause another riot. So Conor McGregor was pretty smart not to do that. Because if he would do that, I think he would end up with bigger problems because, Khabib is a Muslim, that is his religion, and religion can be a very sensitive subject. So he didn't do that. He didn't try to insult him on his religious beliefs. And, Conor again smart. He spoke of McGregor Productions and McGregor workout styles, whatever. He kept blurting it out. I really laughed when Khabib said, whiskey will not save you. Okay. Finally, overall, as the conference ended, back and forth, they both tried to get under each one's skin, was where the face-off took place. Now, Conor McGregor, just, lifted his chest up and, just went close to him. And he said, I'm not touching it. He went right up to his face. It kind of reminded me when he was trying to do the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. And, Khabib just kept quiet. He was just quiet. And then Ali, who is the manager of Khabib, I think he shouted, why does he have two belts? To which Conor McGregor just exploded shouting about Noah. Now, Noah is apparently Ali's teenage son from a previous relationship, whom he abandoned when he was working as an informant for the NYPD, and apparently is $50,000 behind on child support. Now, that was kind of a low blow. He should have bought family, but then again, this is the fight business, so he just went all out. Now, this is what I think. Khabib is a dangerous guy. He's a Russian, and this guy is in the forest, and they fight bears, and they're these hardcore, cold-blooded individuals for whom fighting is like they will do or die. He may not even do it for money; he'll do it for free. But Conor McGregor, on the other hand, you need to understand he is married. He has a baby. He's a businessman. He is not dumb. He is intelligently playing each and every person, including the media, the crowd, everyone else, because he wants to capitalize and earn maximum amount of money within the limited time frame of being a fighter. He is not, headless, brainless individual. He's a very smart person. Now, when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he said, "I'll knock you out in 4 rounds." But we finally came to know what really happened. Conor McGregor gassed out. But Conor McGregor didn't lose. He made shitloads of money. He made enough money to make him last for the next 10 years where he can live like a king. So Conor McGregor, even if he loses, he's the winner. In this fight also, even if he loses, he's still the winner because he's capitalizing on making money. That's it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying Conor McGregor doesn't know how to fight. He really knows how to fight, and he will go there all out to win. But the fact of the matter is, you cannot learn wrestling within a few months. And after 2 years, he's coming out after a break of 2 years. I doubt he is going to be at his peak. Now, the only chance that Conor McGregor has where he can win is when he hits him with the left hand and knocks him out, as he claims that he has a glass chin, or he catches him with a submission. Khabib, on the other hand, what he's going to do, he's exactly going to do what he said. He's going to maul the guy. He's going to beat him up properly for 5 rounds and make him want to quit. He's going to really, really beat him up for 5 rounds. Now, the only thing that I'm worried about, okay, just a disclaimer, I'm a Khabib fan. The only thing that I'm worried about is Khabib in his quest to make this guy fight 5 rounds and beat him up. I hope he doesn't get clipped, and I hope he doesn't get knocked out or he gets caught in submission. You know, if you remember Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Him getting knocked out or him getting caught in the submission. Apart from that, I know for a fact that Khabib is going to maul this guy and take him to the ground. Now, who's going to win? Who's going to win? Given the fact that Conor McGregor has created so much of a hype, that he has proved himself over and over again, there is a part of me that, even though I hate to admit this, like, he has beaten people that have been surprised, like Eddie and Chad Mendes. Really, it was really shocking. Even Dustin Poirier, I was really shocked. Wow, this guy really beat this guy. But keep in mind, his weakness is wrestling. Okay, and he got defeated when he was taken to the ground, just like Brock Lesnar and Frank Mir. When the guy got taken to the ground, he got mauled. I see Khabib winning this, without a doubt, without getting emotionally invested into all this, because Khabib not only has the talent to take someone to the ground and maul the guy, he has the cardio, but now he's pissed off. And I would always be scared of a guy who does not talk, who doesn't show his emotions, who keeps it cool, calm, and composed, who lets it all boil inside. I would be very scared of such an individual. Conor, on the other hand, is doing whatever he can to make it loud, to make it, market the whiskey, because he is a smart businessman. See, end of the day, Khabib will never reach the financial success of Conor McGregor. Maybe he's doing something in Russia, I do not know. But Conor McGregor is going to be a legend. He's going to be like the Muhammad Ali. People are going to talk about him. He's going to be the most powerful psychological, the psychological warfare guru, as you can call it. He is going to be a legend of our times. People are going to talk about how he really played these games. But can he win this fight? I say no. Okay? I say no because we are talking of him just having the chance of a left hand and having the chance of submission. Khabib having his father who trained him from childhood from the age of 3 and everyone else, they will prepare him really well this time because they're not going to take him for granted. Eddie took him for granted. Chad Mendes took him for granted. And I'm sure it's their pride, it's their ego. And I would, I have a friend of mine, a client of mine who has a Russian MMA boyfriend who's a fighter. And I'll tell you, she tells me that these guys are animals. They're savages. They don't talk much. It's like Fedor. They don't talk much, but they're really, really dangerous. So I'm placing my bets on Khabib. He will win. He'll maul the guy. And I'm sure there are tons of people who want to see Conor McGregor humbled. But I'll tell you one thing. This fight is going to break records. It's going to be the highest pay-per-view fight for UFC. And whatever said and done, Whether Conor wins or loses, he is going to make shitloads of money. So by default, he's going to be the winner. So these are my thoughts. Let me know, what do you think in the comment section below. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care.